Okay. So let us start with caching. So till date we were speaking about caching concepts, but we really didn't know what to do with caching exactly. So we will see caching concepts. Then after that we will see something called as usage tracking. Okay. So what does usage tracking do and all we will see it. Fine. Good. Okay. So what exactly is a caching? So if you have heard about some OS concepts, okay, so in OS we have this term called as caching. Even in Windows OS or Linux OS or any server, if you are working on a particular PC, you have some cache memory. So what is a cache memory is? Generally, cache memory will improve the performance of your system or your request. If a request is frequently referred by a user, that will be cached even in our PC or in voice. Okay. So generally cache memory, even if the system RAM is 8 GB or something, you will have cache memory around 512 MB or 256 MB like this. Very minor cache space is dedicated. Okay. The similar way, even OBIEE has come up with a concept of caching to improve your query performance if the same type of queries are referred again and again by a particular user. Okay. So yeah. So even if there are 200 users and they are constantly referring for, suppose say, West region sales. If there is a report like West region sales, everyone are looking at that report. So in that scenario, you need not to have a burden on your database, like each user going and hitting on the database and getting the results. So first, let us see the way of enabling cache. So how to enable cache is you have to do it in Enterprise Manager. So log into your Enterprise Manager first, and we will see where to enable our cache. If you are not enabling cache, none of your results will be cached. So if you want your results to be cached in OBIEE memory, you have to enable your cache management, that you can see it under Business Intelligence Core Application.
This is for each time or we have to
No. This is one time we have to set once for a particular environment. That is it. There is something called capacity management, performance. So under performance, if you log and edit your configurations in your enterprise manager, you can see that there is a checkbox for cache enabled. So I already enabled cache. Maximum cache entry size is, as of now I just set 20 MB. So after 20 MB, it will none of the results will be cached. Maximum cache entries will be 50,000 entries, and up to 50,000 entries I can cache it. Okay. And there is something called global cache. Generally we don't use this until this is a clustered environment. I have only one server here, so I need not to have global cache. What I can do in global cache, set a global cache path. Suppose we have server 1 and server 2, and if you want to place your cache path on server 3, and you can specify 2 GB, 3 GB, 100 GB something. All results will go there, and both of your servers will fetch the results from there. You need not to have it only on one server. Generally how it works, if a particular report is cached, there is one folder in each server. So what is that folder? Instances 1, BI Foundation, a BI server component. Do you see there is a folder called cache? As of now, I don't have anything here. Even in clustered environment, if a particular report or analysis or a request is cached by your server, it will store it as a .tbl file. Okay, I will show you that how it works. So keep in mind, I am opening cache folder, I am keeping it like this, and I am enabling my cache using cache enable checkbox. By default, this will be unchecked. I am checking it, and this one. So how it works is, now go here, make any report or any request from your database. So with user if I am making a request. Just keep this in mind. Go to your product, make type fat sales dollars. Just click on results. You are getting some results. Don't save this. Just this is a request. Okay. Now go here. I am opening my RPD in online mode. Only in online mode you can see caching. okay, for a particular user. Go to manage cache. So do we have, there is a one request by user WebLogic, yeah? Assigned is an signed in as Alanzif, right? Okay, let me check. Okay, so just let me look into my query. It will show type and supplier sales as dollars. Okay, and this query is cached. Okay, now just sign out of this. Log in back with Joe's Cruise, and this user is not aware what one more user is requesting. He is completely unaware of that. Okay, but he also is looking for the same information. Go to new analysis. What he is trying to do, he is trying to look into the same information type and dollar information. Okay, so he'll make result, he'll get some result. And now go back to your cache, just refresh it, action, refresh it. So am I seeing one more entry here? No. That means, and just go here and check here, one second, there will be, yeah. So do you see use count? There is a column called as use count. How many times this query is used? Once. And who used this? Joe Cruz has used this. One more user has made same request. And now the request what is done by your Joe Cruz is not going and hitting the database. Instead, it is going and hitting your cached entry already, which is there in your server memory. And just look into your cache. Do you see this TBL file also? Right? So even TBL file also will be present in your cache folder. Okay, for Oracle BI server memory. So how all this mechanism is happening? Everything is happening because you are enabling cache for a particular server, and all the entries that you make through your presentation services and any request that goes through your BI server will be cached. And if the similar type of request is coming in,
Cache file.
go ahead, Gaurav.
This TBL file, Pratap, is a cache file.
Yes, yes, this is a cache file. Correct. What I'll do now, suppose from here just purge cache. What I can do, I can purge individual entry, or else I can purge complete cache. There are multiple things. Now right click and purge here. Just right click and take on purge. There is no cache entry, and just go to your cache folder. Is there any TBL file? No. Your physical, uh, physical cache files also will be deleted like this. If you are not doing this, your cache folder will be flooded with many entries. Imagine in production environment, 500 users are there, and if different types of requests are made on servers, imagine how big your cache folder will become daily basis. And you have to keep deleting or keep purging your cache on daily basis. Yeah, daily we have a batch file. Daily you can schedule it and run it. Okay, daily you have to keep doing it. Okay, like this. Now let me give you some more scenarios how cache works and how cache doesn't work. Now see, this is a request by Joe's Cruz, and just refresh this again, and now you should have a cache entry again here, because user is Joe's Cruz, because I have purged all the caches. When I rerun or refresh this request again there is no entry present in your server memory. This will go and hit database, get the results. Now what I will do, I will make one more this with this one. Type, subtype, okay. Type, subtype and dollars. Just check here and refresh it. You have 1, 2, 3 entries. Generally you will have only 2 entries, no issues. You don't worry about this exactly, okay, this query and this query, okay. Now what I'll do, sign out from this and just sign in back with your Alanzif user. So do similar type of request analysis, supplier sales, go to product. I don't want anything, I want just subtype, and I want fact sales dollars. So now tell me, will this request go and hit your cache? I have type and subtype and dollars already. Okay. So just observe this. Click on results. Go to your cache. Action. Refresh it. So which is used? So this query where type subtype is already there, right? So it will go and use it from this one. Now just go here, make one more request, subtype and product generic also you make it. Now will this go and hit your cache? Yeah, it should create a new entry here altogether. Okay, so did it make? So Alanzif is creating a new cache entry in your server memory because there should be a exact projection on your dimension columns. If I say that, what does that mean? Suppose I just make an analysis on your supplier sales like this. Product, type, subtype, generic, specific. Click on results. You have certain values. This value will be again cached here, Alan. So this is the entry. Sign out of this, log in back with your Joe's Cruise. Make a new analysis on supplier sales. Go to product. I'll make type and subtype and generic. I don't want specific. So click on results. So just go on here, check here, action, refresh. Did it make new entry here? Because if you are only pulling dimension only columns, there should be an exact projection. If dimension 1 column, D1 column 2 are there, column 1 and column 2 are there, and if new user is requesting only for column 1, in that case also it will not go and hit cache. It should be column 1 and column 2 if it is only dimension. If it is a fact, if type, subtype and fact is there, and one more user is requesting for type and fact column, still it goes and hits cache. Okay, like that. So for only if it is dimensions, then there should be an exact projection. And if any new column is added, like one user is requesting for type, subtype and dollars, and one more is requesting for type, subtype, generic and dollars, then it will not hit cache because you are having an extra column generic. So that is again common even with measures also. Yeah. And
In
now,
fact, it will hit the in dimension it won't, right? If the number of columns are different.
correct, correct. And yeah, if dimension and fact combination, if a particular user is going for column 1, column 2, fact column, one more user is going for column 1 and fact, in that case also it goes ahead.
But only if they select column wise means it will not select the fact means it will go and create a new entry.
Yeah, correct. It will create a new entry. So depending on the request, it goes and creates your cache. So individually how to purge cache, right click on this purge it. And now see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So different types are there. Even in cache files also many TBL files will be created. Now you have given your size as 20 MB, cache size as 20 MB. So need not to worry. Everything is in KBs here. So you need not to worry much. One more thing is, I do something called call SA Pajal cache, right? So just observe what will happen. Just sign out of this. So to do that, you should have a administrator access. So log in with WebLogic Welcome One ID. Go to administration. So generally what I do, I'll go to issue SQL. Here I type a command called as call space SA, everything in small letters, purge all cache. Okay, all cache, and then I give issue SQL. So just do this. Operation SA Parjal cache succeeded. Go to your entry and just refresh it here. Everything is gone. And just check your TBL files. All are gone. So just to make sure that if I want to see, and one more thing, what happens if user one is requesting for product type and dollars, and if user two is also requesting for type and dollars, user two he cannot see. Suppose say in his mission he want to see his query, he cannot see that because there won't be any physical query created. It will go and fetch it from Oracle BI server in server memory itself. So to avoid that, to make sure that in development environment you are able to check all the queries, you can go purge cache and then take your queries. Okay, like this.
Purge cache is basically used to delete the cache files, right? To clear it, everything.
Yes, yes, correct. So instead of doing it manually like right click purge, we can just type a command call sa purge all
It's
cache.
like deleting one by one in the parts, it's going into the others.
Correct, correct. It goes and deletes everything from the server memory. Okay, like this. So this is just a basic concept, and just observe some of the properties of cache. There is something called action show info. So here you have many types. So your server is data BI server 01. Number of entries currently in cache are 0. There are no entries. Maximum allowable number of entries in cache is 50,000. So how to change this parameter? If I want 1 lakh parameters to be present in cache, so 50,000 is huge. But if I want 1 lakh, go to your enterprise manager, set this, change this parameter. Maximum cache entries, make it 1 lakh, activate the changes, and you should restart all your services. Restart. Then here you can see it as 1 lakh. Which one? Yeah.
This one is very right.
Session expiry. Yeah, reducing the will increase the performance of the resources because if a particular session is active, this is completely with sessions. If 10 users are there and if one user is not at all, if he is going out of the system in the night, he is still opening the OBIEE application. So after 2 10 minutes, it automatically expires. So in the morning when I logged in back, it told me re-enter the username and password again because the session has expired. So that session expiry time also you can set. No. You can set session expiry time also. And one more place where all your cache entries can be controlled is like this. If I now amount of space still available for cache storage is 500 MB, and the amount of space used on disk containing cache related files is 0 because I have 0 files now. And maximum allowable number of rows per cache entry set. So it is like I have made it 1 lakh. If the result is more than 1 lakh, it will not get cache. So maximum allowable number of rows per cache entry. If it is returning more than 1 lakh, I don't want to cache that. Okay. And one more thing, you can see number of queries satisfied from the since startup of your Oracle BI server. So from previous restart to current restart, or like current till date. So these are the 17 entries which are cached and which are satisfied is 17 and the which are not satisfied is 17. Total I have 34 entries. Okay. Now let us see some more parameters like cache storage is 500 MB, right? So let us see some more parameters where these are defined. So go to your BA instances one. There is something called config. And I told you have instance config data, nqs config.ini file, right? So this is the file. Just go here. Search for cache section. Control F. Just go and search cache section here. So you have a cache related section. So enable is equal to yes. You need not to enable from here. You can even give S here also, or else go to enterprise manager and do it. Both will work. This configuration setting is managed by your EM. And one more thing is you can just see that not global cache entries. Yeah, here. So data storage you have given 500 MB by default, and by default you can see that this is the path BI server component instance name, and your cache is the normal path, and you have given 500 MB default storage, and maximum rows per cache entry are 1 lakh. This also can be changed. Maximum cache entry size is 20 MB, and this is configured in your EM. There I showed you right in EM. So maximum cache entry size is 20 MB. Okay, like this. So you can control various parameters using your nqs config file and em for your cache. But main purpose of cache is just to improve the performance of a particular query. Generally we will do cache seeding using your application. Suppose say on daily basis, as soon as a particular user logs in, I want to make sure that a report is available for all the users. Suppose say 100 users are using one report. Just observe this sales by state is there, right? Now this report is there. I want to cache this. Okay, now just see here. This center will automatically come. Purge this. I want to do it through an agent. So how to create an agent is again in agent section I'll show you. But as of now, just observe this. Go to agent. So schedule is frequency daily basis I want to run every day starting from today and until 11:59 sometime like this. So you can give at what time you want to have this. 8:25 is okay. So this is 8:25 a.m. right? Okay. Condition I don't want. Delivery content is just browse your analysis, which is like sales by state. Where is the sales folder? Shared folder, web login, sales by state. Click OK. Recipients, I don't want any. Destinations is Oracle BI server cache, not home page or not devices. There is something called Oracle BI server cache for seeding the cache. And just save this as cache seed. Save anywhere. So just run this. The agent has run successfully. Click go to alerts. So cache seed. Sorry, it is just a cache sheet, right? Just go here. Do you see this? Entry has already come up. Did I check for anything? Just I ran this. Okay. So that means this will be already present in your server memory. And when any user logs in and requests for the sales by state report, this won't take any time. Within 2 to 3 seconds, even if it's a very big report. If it's a small report, 0 seconds, like very fast. It will just display because it's already present in your server memory as a TBL. Okay, like this. So even this mechanism is also available for seeding your cache for a particular
Otherwise, what the
request.
customers are frequently used to means we can create it in the cache from second easy.
Correct. You can seed cache and you can whatever customers are frequently referring it, you can always seed those entries. Okay. Right. Now, so this is a basic idea about your caching, and we have one more topic called usage tracking. So what does usage tracking really mean is if I want to track,
Pratap, one, Pratap,
yeah, go ahead, Gaurav.
Pratap, suppose we run one report, right, and the results are stored in the cache. Suppose
Correct.
it has 100 records,
Correct.
right? So next time I run the same report after 5 or 10 minutes, suppose, so it should go to the cache and fetch me the same set of results, right? But in
Correct.
the meanwhile, between the two reports, my this records are increased at the database level. Suppose
That time
earlier there were
also
100
correct. You will see
records.
only 100. You will see only 100. That is the reason you should purge your cache. If some data load is something is happening and you feel that the entries that it is giving are not proper, as a developer you should do your cache purging from your own manual.
Oh, okay,
Okay,
okay.
generally data load will be done any data migration system into data warehouse on a previous day. So in the
Yeah,
morning after every data load, we will purge cache. So in the whole day, when users log in and check for their reports, generally there won't be any, even if it is for cache, there won't be any issue because you are not doing any data load. Okay, it should obviously match it, right?
yeah, got
Yeah.
it.
So otherwise, you have to. There is no other option. You have to purge your cache. As you said, yes, you will be able to only see 100. Even if 100 more records, if you have your query is satisfying 200 records, but your cache entry has only 100 records, still you will be able to see only 100.
Yeah, got it, Pratap. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's why people will be saying like purge, did you purge cache or did you remove cache entries and that. If you are a BA person, they will be telling if it is, yeah. So generally, purging cache is a good technique, and having cache is also a better way because it improves the performance as well as on daily basis. Purging is like mandatory. Okay, fine.
Okay.
Yeah, now let me show you how to configure usage tracking, and what usage tracking is the name itself suggests usage tracking. Whatever you are using, we are tracking it. I want to track what Alanzif is using. I want to track what Joe's Cruz is looking at. I want to track what WebLogic user is trying. If there are 500 users, I want to track who are all are requesting what type of report or what they are doing with my system. I want to track all those, right? So to track all those, we have a concept called as usage tracking, and we have a standard table called as SNQACCT, which is by default comes with your installation. Okay, so with what installation? You have BI platform schema, right? So when you install, you have two schemas, MDS and BI platform. Two schemas are there when you install OBIEE application. So in BI platform schema, you have this S underscore NQ underscore ACCT table. You can even check that in your database. So generally they ask you to run a script, okay? So you need not to run a script because generally the table in 10G the table used to come as a script, but in 11G the table is already present in your BI platform schema. You can use the same schema and just get it, okay? So there is something called BI platform schema, right? So password is welcome one itself, I guess. I don't know what I did. Yeah, just give select star from S underscore NQ underscore ACCT. So no data is there. Some data should be there. So you can check under tables. There are a lot of tables. Okay, and there is some table called as SNQ job also. So this will store all agent related information. Okay, and this SNQ ACCT will have, you can see username, repository, subject area, and what is the start time of a query, start date, start hour, and end time of a query, all these details. And you can even have cache flag and cache indirect flag error, presentation name, yeah, number of cache hits, all these entries will be there in your SNQ SSCT table, and you can use this table for usage tracking. So let us see how it works actually. So how to configure this? You have to configure a new database. I will create a new database here as a ABC usage tracking and track from that. So how you can do this? Copy this name here, ABC usage tracking. Create a new database, and database type is not ODBC, it is Oracle 11G database. Name as, give it as ABC usage tracking. Database name. Okay. So you can have, see, supplier 2 is for your reports ORCL. You can have a number of databases also, not only like one thing. And in this, create a new connection pool. Name the connection pool as ABC usage tracking connection pool. I think I even ran the script and even the table is present in this one also, I guess. You just check it, check here. Log in with supplier 2 also. Okay, so see here some of the tables. See here, I created, I think, SNQ CCT here also. You can create anywhere. Just thing is, see, do you see this? Previously, I have created this. Okay, now I'll use this one only from supplier to itself. I don't want to use from OBIEE platform. I just will because I don't want to touch any system related tables. So I'll just do it from my supplier to SNQ ACCT table itself. So before that, I don't want previous entries. So for the you will do once only. You will not change it in the future because if you keep changing it, you will lose data. So I'll truncate my table, truncate s underscore nq underscore ACCT. So truncate will remove all the data. Sorry, truncate table. Okay, table is truncated. Okay, now if you do select star from s underscore nq underscore ACCT, you will not see anything. You will see all the columns that I showed you before, like the same thing. ID, cache indirect flag and all those. So we need not to worry, everything is there. So go to your RPD, it is just like one more table, configuring one more table. So username will be supplier2, password is again supplier2, click OK, data source name is empty, QORCL, click OK, confirm your password, click OK. So you have created your connection pool. Next step is import metadata from this. And which table to import? SNQACCT table. Click on next. Just click finish. So you have supplier 2 and you have SNQACCT table and you have the relevant columns that you have that you want. And I don't want to have any even measures, usernames, everything will be in one table only. Now I want to configure a BMM business model for this. ABC users tracking connection pool business model I will configure. There I need to have two tables, but I really don't care. What I can do, I can have a same table here. I can make a duplicate of my same table in my BMM, make one as a dimension, one as a fact, and it works. Okay. So, but here what I will do, so now the table is been imported and I can give the schema name as ABC usage tracking schema. Okay. So you need not to worry. So you can even change your schema name. Okay. And just checking the changes should be consistent. Just to make sure that everything is proper, just do view data. No data is available. That means your query, your connections that you made are proper with the database. Good. Step 1 is done. Next step is configuring your BMM model. So what you have to do, create a business model as ABC usage tracking. So how will you do that? Just go here, right click, create a new business model as ABC usage tracking, click OK. Next step is you should have a dimension table and fact table. For sure, you should have minimum two tables. One as a dimension, one as a fact. Even if it is one table in physical layer, I don't care. I can create a duplicate and create it here. But here I will make much more meaningful tables. So create one thing as time, topic, user I will create. So I will create one as a time table. Okay, how to create a logical table? Right click, new object, logical table. Everything works like normal Windows only. Should just have a better comfortability how to work. Okay, like just give time and one more logical table as topic. Okay, and one more as user. So just create tables. I am not assigning any columns now. Just create tables. One more as user, right? And one more as or fact measure table, logical table. What I will have, I should have measures. Where is that? Okay, time, topic, and user. No. 1 second. Okay, time, topic, only three tables are there, right? So no issues, no issues. Fine. So what you do now, drag the following two SN measures to the logical table in ABC tracking business and rename. Okay. Now this is for time. This is for query text, row count, and total time in seconds is for.
Use the business model diagram logical method to joins.
Okay, measures. So create one more table as measures. Okay. Just make a join between all the tables first. So before this, let me pull few columns from each table. Okay. So what is that? One thing is query text, row count, and total time in seconds, where I'll pull it to the measures table. Okay. So query text is from this one. So query text to measures. So obviously it will create one logical table. So you need not to worry. And one more is row count and total time in seconds. Okay, row count also you can pull it from here and just place it here. And total time in seconds also you can pull it and here. And the thing is you should have a rule here. So for query text, what I will rename it? I will rename it as query count. Just make it as F2 query count. And for row count, I will make it as row count, and for total time in seconds, I will make it as total time in seconds. And this I will make it as anything you can give, no issues. Row count, total time seconds. Okay, I will give seconds only. F2. Okay. And the thing is, query count will have aggregation rule as count, number of queries that a user is getting, and row count will have it as number of rows, sum I will take. For total time in seconds, I will take it as sum. Okay, fine. Next, with respect to time, I want start date, start hour, and end hour. Start date, start hour minute, and end hour minute. All the three you can just drag and drop onto time. All the three will come. Rename it as start date, start hour minute. See, everything is coming from a single table. So there is no need for you to make any physical join. Everything is from a single table. It will automatically take care. But BMM, I am just splitting it to multiple logical tables. And even if I make joins between them, it is still from a single table from your physical level. Okay. Because I told you, right, while telling sixth exercise, consistency exercise, I told you minimum BMM will expect is one dimension on fact, irrespective of your physical tables. Even if your physical table is only one, your BMM layer should have two tables. One is for dimension, one is for fact, and both even the same thing you can duplicate and make a join and use it, but it will minimum expect to. So for end hour minute, make it as end hour minute. Next one is for topic, query text, repository name, subject area name. You can put query text, repository name, subject area name. All the three I will pull to topic. Okay, and you can rename them. Query text as logical SQL. Repository name as repository. Subject area name as subject area. Okay, and for user, you can pull username. Where is that? User. Next step is what? You have to make a key. Make any column as a key, it doesn't matter. Go to user, go to keys, give as something as user, and pick up that column as username. Just click OK. This will become a key. For topic, make your for topic what which can be made. Set start date for this one and set logical SQL. Okay, logical SQL only we will set. So how to set? Go to topic, just give any column name SQL. This is the key name. Okay, and pick up your logical SQL as the key for this column. And for time, start date. Okay, for time, go to time keys, just make it as date and pick up your start date as the key name. Click OK. All the keys are defined. Select all your tables. Yeah, business model diagram, selected tables. Measures, it is a fact. You need not to have. Yeah. So just go, pull up all your dimensions. This is a one table only, but I am just logically splitting them as a 4 different tables. Make a new join between each table and pull this to your. Check in the changes. Check consistency. Is consistent. Make it available for queries. Save the changes. Go back. Sign out of this. Sign in back with your. I did everything, but how will it understand how did I configure usage tag? Right? So for this, what I have to do is see everything I did, but just with this, it will not understand to keep the results in this table. So for this, what I have to do is go to instance one config npos config.ini file is there. Open this file. Just search for usage. So there is a usage tracking section here. So enable, generally this configuration is now managed by EM, but I will control it from here itself. Just give it as.
Otherwise, we can do it
do it here also. Generally, doing it in EM is preferred, but I will do it here only. Just
no,
for
I'm asking, there are also options.
Option is there, but just for reference, I am doing it here. There it is little complex to do it. Okay.
Right, yeah.
And I have to do everything. So just do it here, and here direct insert is equal to yes. Just keep it like this. You have to give your database name, your catalog, your schema, and your table, or else you can give your database, schema, and table. This also will work. So how this is taken? Your database is what? ABC usage tag. Paste this. Just take your database as this one. And what is your catalog? Why do you need your catalog? I don't want catalog, leave it. You can take only schema. What is your schema? Yeah. And what is your table? Okay, this is one. And you have to give your connection pool information somewhere. Yeah, here. So give your usage tracking. Where?
The connection.
Yeah, just copy this ABC usage tracking. and give the connection pool information. Dot connection pool. Connection pool is from here. Okay. So ABC uses tracking connection pool and other parameters leave it like this. Control yes. Save this. Save this as well. And all the changes to get affected, log into EM, restart all your components.
Sir, why didn't we use the same database? We could have pulled it there as well. Is it possible?
Yeah. Yes. It all needs is a database name and schema name. Anywhere you can do it. So why I am doing it? To keep it clean. Just to make sure with respect to usage tagging, if you are keeping it in a different format, it looks good. So generally the way is like you say data warehouse is a subject oriented, right? So the same concept I am using like ABC usage tracking connection. This is purely with respect to different perspective of business. So I'm creating it as a new subject area. So sales, new subject area. If you have service request, new subject area. If I have orders, new subject area. Best thing is, see, there is no rule that a fact should be joined to all the dimensions in your warehouse. It is not possible, right? So similar type of dimensions and facts. Keep it in one subject area. Better, right? You won't get confused. If you are pulling a dimension and if you are pulling a fact, it will give no results. ODBC error. You confuse why this is being pulled in the same subject area. Many people do that. Even we do that. Just simply to avoid multiple subject areas. Even we do, but that is not a best approach. Your readability decreases. So just let me check it from command. So the main idea is your table is there. Your RPD changes you will configure for usage tracking. Step one.
Pratap, your voice has started to break a lot.
Okay. No. So the main idea is like you will have a table which can track which user is logging in, which subject area, all those details, which query is firing, how much time it took, and all those details. You should configure RPD to handle this. If you want to make a particular report out of this, obviously you should have all RPD changes, including presentation, business model, physical, you will take care. Done. And for Oracle BI server to write all this into your table, you should have somewhere this should be modified. So this nqs config.ini is the file where you modify this and make all the changes. Even this is configured. See here. Yeah, enable we made it as yes. Direct insert is yes, and give the physical table name as well as your connection pool name. That is more than enough. And restart all your components. So this should start working. Okay.
But catalog is not necessary.
Catalog is
You have didn't give any catalog.
not required. Okay. So now just log in with Alan Zif. Sorry. So I'm logging in with Alan Zif. Make some analysis. Just a dummy analysis. Product type fact sales dollars return results. Leave it like this. Sign out. Make one more with Joe's Cruz because I want some entries in my table. Make one more analysis on supplier sales. Customer fact sales dollars. This and only this many number of customers. I should have so many customers, right? No. I think I gave a filter. Manage identity Actually, I removed it, right? Maybe the changes. Let me manage identity, application roles, sales supervisor role, permissions, data filters. Okay, this data filter I didn't remove, I forgot to remove. No issues. No issues. Let it be that much only.
Filter?
Which one? Which one?
The filter which you removed, was it restricting some data to it, to the Joe screws?
Correct. It will restrict, right? Because it is giving only for 3 sales representatives between New Year, Alanzif, and one more guy. That's why it will give only those customers. Okay, fine, no issues. Now sign out of this. Login back with your WebLogic. I want to track who are users because as an administrator, as a developer, now I'll make a new analysis on your ABC usage tracking, and I look which username measures how many rows he has got, topic which maybe subject area is going and firing. Just click on results. So you have Alanzif and Joe's Cruz 21 and 13. Just refresh this. So Joe's Cruz has got only 13 rows. Alanzif, I made it with product type and dollars. Type has 21 rows, so obviously 21 will come up. This guy Joe's Cruz is requested, so 13. So you can have different types of these things like topic. What is the logical sequence? You can see your logical sequence. See your WebLogic also started giving this because your WebLogic is again tracking an ABC usage tracking, right? So criteria will be your subject area filter you can give is not in. You will have two subject areas, no? ABC tag. I don't want anything which is made on ABC usage tag. Click OK, click results. So I will have only Joe's Kurus and this day. So just make a content page. I don't want scroll bar. So click on done. So I have logical sequence. So one is like product type and dollars I pulled, Alanzip. And Joe's Cruz is customer and dollars. So both you can see like this. So this is how your usage tracking is taken care. You can check like which repository it is. Star, just star it will give. And time start date. So today's date 6:27 by default it is, and the start our minute. At which minute? 8:50 to 8:53 it gave. So 8:56 no, but at 8:52 and 8:53 these guys gave it. Okay, and you can check for measures. Some more measures. You have query count. Queries one query they filed, and total time that in seconds it took is 0 point something. So max 0 seconds. Okay. So like this, you have different parameters with respect to your usage. You have n number of columns from your physical table. Whatever you want, just pull it and make it. Fine. So
this you set tracking thing in the file, right? Giving the database name and the subject area name.
correct.
So where is the option to set from the EM?
EM, there are a lot of places you have to go and change it. That's why I don't tell it in EM. So there is something called BA foundation domain, right? So here you have to right click and you have to go for system MB in browser. So here you have something called BA foundation domain and domain. So OBIEE domain will be there. Where is the OBIEE domain? So here somewhere here you have to go and take it OBIEE admin. Server BI server 1
Domain.
BI domain.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
There will be one more domain. Everything again you can check it here also. Security, server configuration.
I think that one is quite simple.
Yeah, that is quite simple. That's why I'm telling that. See here you have usage tracking connection pool. So here you have usage tracking connection pool, right? So here you can set this value database dot value and you can just click on apply. And one more thing is you can just go back return and you have this one also. Usage tracking enabled or not. So value is false. You can make it true here. So usage tracking enabled. So where everything is Oracle BIE admin, BI instance server configuration. And for security configuration also you have like this. So again, everything is same but handled at different places. That's it. You can handle it there, you can handle it here. It is much more convenient. For security, you have SSL configuration and all those. You can do it here. Secure socket layer. This is quite complex. That's why no one will teach admin. Don't worry about admin part and all. As a developer, just keep in mind user tracking is done that way. Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Good. Okay, so this ends your RPD development process. So you can go through your labs, practice it. Okay, and then from next class we will start. Like next class is on Tuesday. We will start with UI, like how to create analysis, how to work with analysis, different type of analysis, how to model each view.
Can we have a class on Wednesday? Tuesday I am out of station actually.
That's fine, Gaurav. Tuesday is a very basic section, just creating analysis. You can go through video. Okay, because
So
again these
instead
guys
of
will.
Tuesday, have on Monday and have a break on Tuesday, something like that.
Yeah, I'm okay, but I think Shruti can't join on Tuesday. Shruti, Monday time is, I think, it is a Sunday night, right? Right, Shruti?